Welcome to Mom's Lives Matter. This is on the powers of the heaven. That's plural, okay? So, powers of heaven. That's Matthew 24:29. Powers that are in heaven. Mark 13:25. Powers of heaven. Luke 21:26. Higher powers. Romans 13:1. Powers in heavenly places, probably Ephesians 3:10, powers of the world to come, Hebrews 6:5. Powers is in there 13 times. And it's also in, I believe this is a Declaration of Independence. It says we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it, and institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly all experience has shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing invariably the same object invents a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. How about 1 Peter 3:22? Who is gone into heaven and is on the right hand of God, angels and authorities and powers being made subject unto him. Hebrews 6:5. And have tasted the good word of God and the powers of the world to come. Titus 3:1. Put them in mind to be subject to principalities and powers, to obey magistrates, and to be ready for every good work. Colossians 1:16. For by him were all things created that are in the heaven and that are in the earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions, or principalities, or powers. All things were created by him, for him. Ephesians 6:12, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Ephesians 3:10, to the intent and now unto the principalities and powers in heavenly places might be known by the church the manifold wisdom of God. Romans 13:1, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God. Romans 8:38, for I am persuaded that neither death nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come. I didn't read the whole thing. Luke 21:26, men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. Luke 12, and when they bring you into the synagogues and of the magistrates and powers, take ye no thought how or what things ye shall answer, what ye shall say. Mark 13:25, the stars of heaven shall fall, and the powers that are in heaven shall be shaken. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken.